Captain Daniel Hadawi. It's been way too long since I've seen him up there at
Right.
Ventura Sportfishing on the Island Spirit. Daniel, how are you, my friend?
Doing really well, Phil. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's always good to see you. Every time I see your smiling
Absolutely.
face, I think about the Island Spirit, all the fish we've caught, and all the good times we've had. It's always great. So,
Yeah,
October the 1st, there was a change in how we fish rockfish in
hmm
Southern California. First of all, tell us about that.
correct. So the new regulation, we cannot fish rockfish under 300 feet and keep like inshore rockfish species anymore. All the rock fishing we do has to be 300 feet or deeper. So we can pretty much fish as deep as we want right now, and honestly, I think it's a good thing. A lot of that bigger quality, like nicer, bigger rockfish are in the deeper water. So we're definitely excited to start doing that.
To which I say, hell yeah,
Yeah.
man. At deep water, of course, as an old commercial fisherman, my brother and I ran a little boat out to Tanner and Cortez when we were 19 years old. And so I
Nice.
have that like nostalgic feel about it. But more recently, we were on the Island Spirit. We went out to Hidden Reef. My God, what a trip. 13.5-pound bocaccio and a lot of other big fish. That was a
Yeah,
fabulous trip.
that was. Um, those are just super fun trips. Like the size of the fillet bags, the size of the gunny sacks. At the end of the day, it's really good stuff. There's a lot of like really big, nice quality fish in that deeper water, and bites really good. So we're excited to be able to do that again. We did put up specials for Fridays. Every Friday this month, we're gonna do that deep water cod run. Gonna leave an hour earlier to have some time to run out to those cod grounds, and hopefully we can send you guys home with very very full fillet bags.
Oh man, I'm anticipating some great stuff. Dan Lightfoot is joining us. He says hello. And Cue Ball, he's already anticipating what we're talking about. He wants to know when you're going to Hidden Reef. He wants to go for sure. And that's going to be every Friday in October. Is that right?
Correct. We're gonna do it every Friday. So put up a trip for this Friday. Need a few more to get out. We have, I believe, we have an open party trip up tomorrow too. That still needs a few more to get out, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, looking forward to start doing some of this deeper water fishing.
Oh, okay. So are you going to be fishing? You're going to go to Hidden Reef only on Friday. Is that right? Or all throughout the weekend?
Correct. No, it's a longer run. It's a little bit too far to go on a half day trip. So we're gonna be doing that for sure on every Friday, weather permitting, when we have these deep water cod specials up. But we also have charter availability. We have picked up a few charters here for the last part of the year to do that type of trip, and do still have plenty of open spots for charters too. If you guys want to charter the boat, we can leave as early as you'd like, and you know do some of that deep water cod fishing outside of the half day range.
All right, spectacular. And call the landing for charters as well as open party. Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. You can call the landing, and they'll be happy to set you up with either.
Roger Massage says, hi, Captain Daniel and Phil. Good to see
What's
you,
up, Roger?
Roger. Robert Graber, he finally caught a live show. Robert, it's great to see you here, as always, my friend. And Cue Ball just wants to make sure it's every Friday in October, correct?
Correct. As of right now, it's only in October, but given that you guys are enjoying these trips and we're getting off the dock, and we'll do it all year long. So right now it's just for October, but if it goes well, we'll put up that for every Friday through the end of the year.
Yeah, I'm all over
Yeah.
that, man. So you depart at 5 a.m., is that right?
No, we're gonna do 7 a.m. Still a later departure time than most, but we will leave an hour early and probably stay out an hour or two late to make that work.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, Roger Massage is telling me I need to do a trip here. And Daniel and I, before we came on air, we're actually talking about that.
Yeah,
And we're going to firm something up here really, really soon. You guys will all be able to join us. It'll be a lot of fun. So, tackle
absolutely.
wise, how much weight are we fishing with? Tackle wise, what do you recommend?
Yeah, I wouldn't bring anything less than a 16-ounce sinker for these deeper water trips. You're never going to be fishing with less than a 16-ounce weight. 16 ounces should be plenty fine, but there are times when there's quite a bit of condition or current or maybe a little bit windy. You might want a bigger weight as well. Um, excuse me. Nothing wrong with bringing some 24s also.
And hook size?
Hook size, I think 3/0 circle hooks are the way to go,
Oh, I,
especially in that deeper water. The circle hook helps a lot with converting on the bites you get. You want to be able to hook the fish. The circle hook kind of does the job for you. So all you got to do is drop to the bottom, keep your line tight, wait for your rod tip to load up, and just start winding up.
I love it. And then all the little wimps out there, I'm going to get in trouble right now. All the wimps with their electric reels can push the button and let it reel up for them. Me personally, it's like getting steps in, man. I want to reel. I want to get my steps in. And I just
Yeah,
like the whole thing about it. But either way, it's great.
yeah. I like fishing the conventional reels myself, but a lot of people need the electric reels, or it makes it a lot easier for them, and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever keeps you guys in the game.
Whatever floats your boat, man. Hey,
Yeah.
this gentleman, WC, I'm not going to read all those initials, but good question, man. Where's Hidden Reef at? A lot of people don't know.
It's about like I want to say like 14 miles behind Anacapa, something like that.
Yeah, and it was an area that was fished previously in the old days when I was a kid,
Correct.
prehistoric
Yeah, it's
times.
been. I believe it was closed since the '90s. I think it
Yeah,
was closed in the '90s sometimes as one of those cow cod conservation areas, and they just recently opened it up this year. So it's really good.
yeah. Oh my God, that's an understatement. It's so
Yeah.
much fun, everybody. You're gonna have such a good time, and the Island Spirit and their crew are fantastic. You're gonna go home with a ton of fish. Cue Ball says cannonballs. That'll get
Oh
you down
yeah.
in a hurry. Robert Graber, come on, Phil. Fishing the 8:05 with Captain Daniel is the best. Man, you don't have to tell
Thank
me
you for that,
that.
Robert.
We know that, Robert, but thanks for reiterating that for sure.
Mhm.
16 out so we can fight the weight all the way from the deep bottom. We
You're
do.
gonna have more than a weight to fight
Yeah.
when you're winding up in there.
You're going to have some fun. That weight's going to start floating up at some
Oh
point.
yeah.
All right, and Robert Graber, pissing fun all the way, man. Have you seen those reels,
I
Daniel?
have, yeah. I
Yeah, they
did,
work.
yeah.
I know
They
Robert
work.
uses them. Who else? There's a couple other guys that have them too, and they say, "Hey, no
Yeah.
problem, man. They work good." Let's see. Cue Ball doesn't want you to tell anybody. I think where the reef is, but I think people can figure it out. Thanks for the history. I'll read up on it. Thank you so much, Dominic Lopez. What boat is that? Why don't you tell everybody about where you're at, the name of the boat, the
Yeah.
capabilities?
Yeah, so I run the Island Spirit. It's the half day boat out of Ventura Harbor Sport Fishing. It's a pretty big, roomy boat. It's 70 feet long, about 22 feet wide. So plenty of room. We can take up to 49 people fishing at a time. Obviously, we run with much lighter loads most of the time, especially if you guys want to come on up during weekdays. We'll go fishing with just like 10, 12 people. If we get like 10, 12 reservations, we can get off the dock. So plenty of opportunity to come fishing on a real big boat with a light load.
Yeah, Dominic, I hope you can do it, man. It's such a nice rig. And as Dan Lightfoot is saying right now, that is one good crew on that boat. They really take care of the kids, which opens the door, Dan. Thanks for the segue. Into Sundays, kids fish free. Daniel, tell everybody about
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. It's the special we've done all year, and we will continue to have that every single Sunday. Kids fish free on Sundays on the Island Spirit. You can bring a child for free, ages 12 or under, with each paid adult ticket. So if you got a couple kids, you can make a reservation, have a buddy make a reservation, and take your two kids out for free. So we'll be doing that all year long.
Excellent. Can you believe how fast this summer went by, Daniel? It just flew by.
Uh, the whole season just flew by. It feels like just doesn't feel like very long ago when you came out for our rockfish opener, and I mean, hell, that was in March.
Yeah, that's
Flew by.
amazing. Is the
Yeah.
surface bite over for the Channel Islands for the time being? I know if you get some squid in there, you could be game on the sea bass and everything else, but the surface bite's a little slow right now, right?
Definitely a little slower, but I don't think it's over. I think this bass is gonna. I mean, the water's still warm. We have pretty decent bait. I think one of these days we'll end up having a good bass bite.
Very good. All right. And Q Ball says they work for Tucker. Yeah. Yeah, kind of, right? I mean, you do your own thing on the island sphere, but Tucker owns the landing.
Tucker owns the landing and he owns the Island Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. I love the island spirit. So you got all kinds of guys there and a big crowd watching. Good stuff,
Oh
man.
yeah.
Tuna Kid, good afternoon, gentlemen. I want to thank you both for doing what you guys are doing for the kids in the industry. Both of you are ambassadors for the future of our industry. Man, that is awfully nice of you, Tuna Kid. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much for
much.
that. Yeah, Daniel, that's an important part of why you do Kids Fish Free on Sunday. All the
Yeah.
smiles. Future fishermen, right? Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I work for Tucker now, but my whole childhood, like the highlight of every single week was getting to go fishing on the Mirage with Tucker on the weekend. So I mean, it's awesome to have kids now that like to come out and go fishing with me.
100%. What kind of bait do we have this weekend? What are we going to have for bait on the island spread? Do you know?
We have fresh frozen squid. We got a larger sized anchovies now. It's not the little pinhead stuff. It's like really nice beefy anchovies and a little bit of sardine mixed in. So really good bait.
All right, perfect, man. Well, man, things are sounding good. So tomorrow, there's still room. Right? Is there a chance you get out tomorrow?
Yeah, I haven't checked since this morning. I think we had like 6 reservations. Like I said, if we can get to like a dozen, we'll definitely go out. But I'd like to get out Friday for the deep water special, and then we got plenty of room on both of the weekend days as well.
Excellent. And cue ball saying best in the business. I'm having a hard time reading some of this cue ball. Let me see. I, I think he's saying best in the business. Let's leave it at that. Someone,
Thank you, Cue
somewhere.
Ball.
Yeah. I have to take advantage of that kids deal. That's awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that is truly a good thing. So the best way to book for this trip tomorrow, call Saul up there in the office or go to venturasportfishing.com, right?
Absolutely. Sal's going to be up there in a minute. Our landing phone number is 805-676-3474. Again, 805-676-3474. Or you can book online at venturasportfishing.com. Website's super easy to navigate. You just press book now. You can click on the Island Spirit. Once you hit book now, it'll list all the boats we have. You can just hit the Island Spirit and you'll be able to pop up our full schedule, and super easy to book a trip from there.
All right. And before I let you go, somebody asked me the other day to ask you this question. When I walk on the boat and
Hmm.
there's squid for bait and there's chovy or dean for bait, what's
Yeah.
best in the deep water?
I always tell people to use one of each. I feel like we do the best when we have guys use fin bait on their bottom hook and a strip of squid on their top hook.
All right, good stuff. Q Ball says he's going to be there on Friday, man. He's going to do his best anyway to show up.
Sweet.
So
Let's do
just to
it.
get just to get clear on everything, tomorrow regular half day trip. Friday
Mhm.
special early departure at 7 a.m. You're
Yeah.
going to Hidden Reef for the deep water giant cod, and then Saturday, of course, just another great half day opportunity for everybody, and then Sunday, kids fish free on the islands for Ventura Sportfishing.
You nailed it. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Even for these other half day trips that aren't the deep water cod special or whatnot, there's still plenty of local fishing. Like there's some really good deep water fishing locally close to the islands, down the coast, up the coast. There's a lot of stuff that's been closed for the last few months that we're going to be able to fish now because of the regulation change. So also expecting to see some really good quality rock fishing coming up here for all of our upcoming trips, not just on Friday.
All right. It all sounds good. It's really great to see you, Daniel. Ventura Sport Fishing Island Spirit with a great schedule this week. We'll stay in touch. I'm going to be in Florida for a little bit, but you and I are
Right
going to
on.
we'll continue this from Florida. I'll give you the Florida update, and you can keep us up to date on the island spirit. Let's see, one more here. Friday is Deepwater Trip. Yes, that's correct. To the Hidden Reef. Yes, that is correct. He is also going to try to make that one. I hope you do, my friend.
Yes,
Daniel,
sir.
take great care. Always good to see you, and have a great one, my friend. I'll see you soon.
Alrighty, thank you so much, Phil. Have a good time in Florida. Safe travels, and hope to see you, the rest of you guys, on the Island Spirit soon.
Thank you, Daniel. Take great care.
Alrighty, have a good one.